Let's talk about how we can create a similar slider using Swiper JS. So here you can see that we have multiple images for a single product, and we can slide this slider on the left. We can select, and the selection goes big on the right side. So yeah, so initial we will try to create a simple version of it, which is this one, where we have the big image and we have the small images at the bottom. So when we click, so the image, we can switch between different images and we can slide these images at the bottom. So this is very simple and this is very easy to implement. So if we just go to the Swiper JS documentation, and if I click resources and demos, let's go to this page. Let's scroll down on the left and let's click on this thumbs gallery, right? So when I click on it, so we can see that this looks very similar. This looks very similar to what we want to create, right? So if I click on core, so it will open this code. So there you will be able to see the HTML, the CSS, and the Swiper JS script. So this means that now we can see the structure, we can see the what styles has been added, and what are the properties we are using for the Swiper JS. So now it become easy to understand, and now it becomes easy to implement. So we will create a structure in Webflow, and then we will try to implement this Swiper JS script to make it work. So let me just show you the structure so that you get some understanding that how we can create the structure and how to make it work. So I have a class which is product layout, and inside the product layout I have this information on the right and product gallery on the left. So if I open product gallery, so I have two Swiper sliders and they both have different combo classes. There you can see that this is Swiper is product and this one is product thumb. So we are calling this the small images thumb images, right? So this is product thumb. If I open this Swiper wrapper, so we have, so actually both have the same number of slides, the same number of images, and the same sequence, right, to make it work. So I have 1 2 3 4 5 6, and the first one is with this light blue image, and this one also have this light blue image on as the first slide, and the sequence is same, the images are same, but the combo class is different, so that we can have different styles for different sliders. So what's next? The next thing is, like, if I open the page settings, so now we have two sliders, right? So we will initialize two sliders with different combo classes. So this is the slider one, the one on the top, which is product, right, with big image, and this is slider 2 with the small images with a class combo class is product thumb. So why it's on the top and why this Swiper is initialized after initializing this thumb slider? Because we are going to add a property where we are going to say that consider this slider as a thumb for this slider, right? So before saying that, we have to initialize this one earlier. So when we say Swiper 2, so this should already be initialized, otherwise the code will not work, right? So if I put this on the top and I say that that consider Swiper 2 as the thumb for this slider, so because if, let me just put this at the bottom. So when we are saying Swiper 2, so the script won't be able to find Swiper 2, that where is Swiper 2? I cannot find it. So actually it's initialized at the bottom, but I will get an error on this line. So that's why we just put this code on the top, this piece of code, so that when we write this line, so we won't get any error. Yeah, so other things looks very similar. I think if you have already worked in Swiper JS, so you should be familiar what's slides per view, what's space between. So if I just show you, so this is slide per view. I wanted to have 4 slides of view, and then I can scroll and I can see other slides. And this one is slides per view is equal to 1, where we can see that we have one image at the moment, right? And we can swipe and we can switch between different slides, right? And this swiper 2 is this specific part of the code, and everything else looks simple. I think there is nothing complex to be explained. Everything else looks simple. So this was the thing that I just wanted to discuss. And yeah, so this looks great. This looks great and it's working. In the next part, we will convert this slider. So we will put these thumb slides on the left side in a vertical position, right? So that we can have a similar slider what we are imagining to create.